Hi there, writers. So, our goal today in writing is to just build our stamina by having ideas and writing off of things that we know. So, we're going to create an identity web. An identity web is writing off of who you are. So, if you look on the right, I'm going to scoot my little picture over here just a second. If you look on the right, your identity could be your personality. It could be physical features like what you look like on the outside. It could be what you believe on the inside, like your opinions, your beliefs. What do you stand for? It could be your perspective on life, like how you view the world. Of course, your identity would be your family, your culture, your ethnicity, the language that you speak, your religion, your environment, your nationality. Food could be part of your identity, your age, your gender, how you treat others, your lifestyle, your job, traditions, celebrations, all of that makes you who you are, and that is your identity. And to be an amazing writer, we have to write what we know, and hopefully, you know yourself. All right, so here we go. This is an example of an identity web that I made for myself in my writer's notebook. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. So all you're going to do is in your notebook, and some of you have a notebook that looks like this, and some of you might have a notebook that's just a piece of paper in your binder, or you might have a 3-subject notebook. Wherever you are housing all of your writing, go there, okay? You're going to create a circle in the middle. We're going to make like a little spider web. So I'm going to walk you through what I did for mine. So here's just me. And then I just brainstormed ideas about me and what makes me me. So I'm going to go through a few. The big key here is please do not overthink it. Don't stress out. This is just about just dumping your ideas. It's called a brain dump. You just dump it on this paper and don't overthink it. There's no right or wrong. I think you cannot mess this up at all. All right, so here we go. I'll show you a little bit. So I'm Indian. Part of my identity is also being American. Being a Texan is part of my identity, a Houstonian actually for life. I think hardworking, Christian, friend, sister. I'm the oldest. Reality TV and Netflix. Yes, I wrote TikTok. Teacher, of course. Passionate learner. I'm a feminist. A woman is part of my identity, kind of a nerd. A mom is a major part of my identity, a wife, and actually a fur mom because I'm a mom to a dog as well. Let's see, traveling is part of my identity. I love to explore and find new places. Houston Rockets basketball. I'm an advocate, or I try to be. My identity is like fighting for social justice in loud ways and quiet ways. Equity. I don't know if you can see at the bottom, it says music, and I put Hamilton. Recently, that's been part of my identity too. So it's easy. This probably just took me a few minutes. I did a little bit more because I just really got into it. Sometimes I find when you write, and then you get into the flow after a minute or two, and you really are in your writing zone. So try when you're doing this to be in a quiet spot where you can really think, and there are no distractions if possible. I know like it's hard at home because everyone's kind of like busy, but only if you can. It really does kind of help you to think a little bit more. So this took me a couple of minutes, and I didn't worry about spelling. I didn't worry about anything like that. I just like did a brain dump. So that's all I want you to do there. Okay. And then the next step is we're going to do some writing. So I'm going to give you some directions and then send you off to do your writing for today and build that writing stamina. So let me go over the directions with you. Here we go. Number 1, you're going to take some time to brainstorm those ideas about your identity using that spider web organizer. Remember, don't overthink it. Now, try to have at least 10 ideas if possible. If you can't think of that many, it's really okay. Just do what you can. Number two, then I want you to star the idea that you really want to write about today. There's probably quite a few that you really want to write about today, but just pick one for now. Remember, you can come back to these later on. If your teacher or I ask you to do some free writing, you're just going to go to your identity web and pick your second topic. But one thing you can do to keep track of which ones you're writing about is maybe put a star or a check on the ones you've written about. It doesn't mean you can't write about something twice, but it just kind of helps you keep track. So start the idea that you really want to write about. And I would recommend writing outside in nature. And that way you can get off the screen for a little bit and give yourself a screen break for sure. But I would just take your notebook and a pencil, okay? And that's all you need, and your creativity in your mind. And you go find a comfy spot outside in your backyard, in your front porch, wherever you think. If it's too icky outside, just stay inside and find a comfy spot somewhere. Could even just be right where you're watching this video, or maybe it's in your room, wherever you like to write, okay? And find a cozy writing spot. And then I want you to write for at least 5 minutes or more. Now, if you like the idea of a timer, go to Google and then type in Google timers, and it'll come up with a timer for you. And if you need that timer, go for it. But